Often referred to as 30 James Street, the White Star Building, or even the Streaky Bacon Building to locals, Albion House is located in Liverpool, England, on the corner of James Street and the Strand, just off the River Mersey. Construction was completed in 1898 for Ismay Imrie and Company, which later became known as the White Star Line. This was the White Star Line's main headquarters, from which the majority of its business was conducted. It was here at 9 a.m. on March 26, 1912, that Titanic's officers were summoned to the White Star Line Marine Superintendent to collect their tickets for their trip over to Belfast, Ireland, where they met the brand new RMS Titanic at the shipyard of Harland and Wolff. After she was lost just a few weeks later on April 15th, and news of her sinking reached James Street, it is said that the White Star Line officials were too afraid to leave the building to speak to the angry crowd gathered outside, and instead read the names of the victims from the balcony. Like many businesses during the Great Depression in the 1930s, both White Star and Cunard ran into financial difficulties, but both still had ships to finish. White Star had Oceanic, and Cunard had Queen Mary. In 1933, the British government agreed to provide assistance to both companies, but only under the provision that they would merge their operations in the North Atlantic. Offices at 30 James Street were officially closed in 1934 after the White Star Line and the Cunard Line agreed to the merger to become Cunard White Star Limited, and business was moved to Cunard's own offices nearby, since Cunard now had majority ownership of the new company, contributing 15 ships to White Star's 10. In 1935, after an illustrious 24 years of service, Titanic's only surviving sister, RMS Olympic, was sold for scrap for a mere £97,500, and she set off on her final voyage from Southampton to Jarrow in October of that year. The building at 30 James Street sustained damage to its gable in the 1940s when Liverpool was targeted by German air raids during the Second World War, but it remained otherwise unscathed and was successfully repaired a few years after the war was over. Several other shipping lines used this property over the following years, including Furness Withing Company, the Blue Star Line, Lamport and Holt, and the Booth Line in the 1960s and 70s, and it was around this time that it was given its current name, Albion House. After this, use slowly dwindled until it eventually became vacant, and after laying dormant for many years, the property began to see new life in November 2013, after permission was given for it to be converted into a luxury hotel, which opened in April 2014 as the Titanic-themed 30 James Street Hotel. Just before her grand opening, the hotel paid homage to the building's history by ceremoniously raising the White Star Line burgee above the main entrance. How did you like this video? If you enjoyed it, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel. It would mean a lot to me to have your support. And if you have an idea for a Titanic-related topic you'd like me to cover, let me know down in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I'd love to hear your suggestions. Thanks so much for watching.